G'day mate and welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. Now, this episode we need to travel down here and do some maintenance work. I'll leave it at maintenance work down there. But one thing I want to do before I go down there is I want to make sure that my recycling system works, because just give me a storage chest. Actually, give me a stack of a storage chest, please. So, just looking through the list of crap that's in storage, first off, you can see that my space science has gone from 10K down to 4K, and it's slowly going back up because I finally launched a rocket. I've done a lot of tweaking over here. Well, I've done a lot of tweaking here to start with, added a whole bunch of beacons, realized I couldn't get any beacons around my electric engine machines, so we just doubled it and then tripled it, and then it finally kept up. Added beacons to the robot frames and to the engines everywhere I possibly could. Everything's happy at this end. Had to do some interesting things, like I had to have a dedicated steel line for the electric furnaces because it wasn't enough. And currently the science is holding us back. It's pretty much purple science, which is not purple science's fault. It's actually a green circuit issue. We're just pulling too much out of the base. This is just backed up, which is obviously going to free up a whole bunch of green circuits when these last few machines back up. So that's definitely helped the system. But as you can see, the belt's never had a chance to back up because I'm putting straight to chests, and then the speed module build just eats everything it possibly can. On top of that, where are we? I actually don't have enough copper. I've actually brought off the end of the bus. We'll add those. Off the end of the bus, I've changed over the second lane and bring it down here, and then making sure that anything that's left over gets dumped on the belt, doesn't sit here, with a lane backed up because there's just not enough copper. And then I even went as far as, look, anything that's left on there, load it on the other side of the belt, bring it down just in case, to shove it into this build, because currently our low density structures is what actually holding us back. It's holding back launching rockets, it's holding back high-tech science, that and green circuits. It's a copper green circuit issue, and it's not a smelting issue. We're definitely putting out 5 blue belts worth. We just don't have nearly enough materials to run what we're running, but that's fine. But a couple of things. I noticed that I actually have no red circuits in storage, because this is my storage solution, which is both capped to 1 stack each. And same goes for my green circuits. I actually have none in storage because this is my storage solution to put them in the network. Just put them in the network and they instantly disappear. So I do need to set up recycling for both of those, because we're going to need it shortly. So I want to request in red circuits, but here I want to put a cap on, and I want to say, hey, if red circuits actually exceeds 400, i.e. more than just those 2 chests up there are full, that's when you're allowed to export. I can't count what's in this requested chest, because once it's in a requested chest, it's technically not in the network anymore. Now, I could use buffer chests and all sorts of things. Not going to. Happy with the requester. A little bit wasteful, but that's perfectly fine. Because it's outputting here, it should get loaded first, which means this should always get cleared. I need to do the exact same with green circuits. So I've already got extra belts set up. I need to put you down, request in green circuits. 1 whole stack will do. Turn on you, say green circuits 600, because I've actually got 3 chests up there, and same story, it's done. On top of that, for the next project, I actually need a bunch of Logibots, which I don't actually put in the network. So we're going to find the Logibot, because I got 4,000 in the network, and most of them are doing nothing. So they're normally near storage, but that's no guarantee. But we're just going to go empty roboport after roboport till I find sort of enough to do what I want to do. Nope. Might want to put those 2 speed modules back. Trash all the construction robots because I don't actually want construction robots. Worst comes to worst, I know I'll find some Logibots. Really? Really, really? How about down here? Will I find Logibots in here? 43? No, not really. Nope. Nope. You know, if I can't find them, I'm going to make them. Here we go. 5. Was not really the numbers I was looking for. 350. That's a gold mine. Okay, how do I feel now? We feel a little bit better. I want any construction bots I can pick up on the way out. It looks like that's just about it. And as you can see, my stone's finished, my coal's finished. The backup loop around coal lines have taken over. So that means I need to come back with a deconstruction planner and fix up all this, which I'm going to do off episode. You guys don't really need to see that. But the next thing I need is I need a new train. We're going to call this Base Trash. And this time around we're going to build a 3... running along with train blueprints doesn't work terribly well. One there, one there, one there, one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A 3-8 train. Okay, you... Base trash. Empty cargo. Go. You're already actually here and lined up? No. So let's just move you back slightly. Then go base trash. Because I need to fix up your active provider situation, i.e. have more of them. Already damaged. Good job, JD. I'm guessing I shot it. No, I don't even have a weapon equipped, so I didn't shoot it for a change. Alright. So we want to come down to... I may have already set up the train and forgotten about it. Fine. We want to come down to here. And I'll just pick up the other one and put it in my inventory. So, what I did is down at the old base, new base, the module, I set up a few things. One of the things I set up after I pick up this train crap, rocket fuel. Forgot about rocket fuel. Do not run me over. I hate that temporary stop thing. The way trains just run away. Train station, train track out of there. Really? Is it? Oh, it really is too close. Okay. No, cut. Get away. Okay, what I have done is between 2 episodes ago, when we were last down here, I actually hooked up all these stations and caused a deadlock. Yep, caused a deadlock, as you can see. I need to go fix that again. So, I hooked up all these stations, and I'm sort of really glad I did. As you can see, there were just a few problems with me hooking the wrong belt into the wrong input and having the wrong amount of iron and copper on the wrong lanes to go into stuff like green circuits. So there's a few active providers placed around to hopefully clear off these belts. They're doing an okay job, but there's also hidden problems like here, where technically this smelter's never going to run at full speed because technically the green circuit build can't use a full lane's worth of smelter output. So technically this one will never end, this copper will never ever accidentally end up on the iron line. Technically. But if I ever have a train shortage or a deadlock that causes a train shortage, which causes an ore shortage, that copper is going to end up in the iron line, in these chests, and I'm going to have to go clear it manually. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to automatically clear the train. Or clear this, well, we're going to clear the system, basically. And the way I'm going to do that is with storage chests, Logibots, construction bots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to automate it, we're going to forget about it, we're going to come back later, and it's going to magically be done. Because that is one of my favorite parts about Factorio, that once you automate it, you literally just forget about things, and then you come back later and you're like, oh, I never capped that chest. I've now got 2.4 thousand stack inserters that I really, filter inserters that I really never wanted. So we're going to go module pick up or module trash. So I need to have high new deadlock. Oh, you didn't pick up the last couple of wagons. Bots, pick up those. Yep, they didn't connect. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is the problem with blueprinting down trains. It doesn't always work. Okay, so we're going to go 1 trash, module trash. We want a inactivity counter because I can't say full because there's always a chance it won't be full because maybe it's got an odd amount of stack of items. So we're going to go there to there. I want to turn off those and I want to deconstruct that storage first. And then I'm going to add robots to the problem until the problem goes away. All the Logibots. On top of that, I can trash the crap I don't want. And that'll just fill up gradually over time. On top of that, I need to clear any mistakes that were made. So I'm lucky enough that our low density structures is just steel and copper. Didn't screw that one up. Down here, on the other hand, lots of screw ups. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to clear, basically going to clear all the lanes one by one. Somehow. Turn personal robots back on. I don't actually need a filter inserter, just a stack inserter will work wonders actually. So I want to ship out the green circuits. I want to ship out, that was the first 4 lanes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When I ship out the green circuits, I want to ship out the red circuits. I still have no idea if that mess is actually going to work. That's a later experiment for a later time. I want to cut the blue circuit belt before it starts making speed modules, because I actually don't want the speed modules made. Blue circuits and green circuits are a lot more helpful. Blue circuits are a lot more helpful to us than speed modules. I want to clear off you guys. That one, and that one. Yep, that's that part done. Which means these will start running. Blue circuits we actually need to fix. We need to turn on. So before I get carried away, actually there's a couple of things I need to do. First off, I need to change that to a belt, because that's less undergrounds, and we've already worked out how expensive this build is in undergrounds. Secondly, the acid pipes aren't actually hooked up to anything. So actually I need to copy from there to there. Yeah, all these acid pipes don't actually interconnect. So we're just going to add some way for them to interconnect. And then I need to get some acid down here. So the easiest way to do that is go to the absolute closest train station and convince some acid to come over here and jump out at us, basically. And obviously carry more iron on you, JD. So let's just make all of those by hand. Let's empty that smelter. One bit of pipe. Conveniently, I have a train down here that carries acid on it at all times. It is designed to be picking up uranium, but it will work absolutely fine to drop off acid to us. So we'll just clear off some more trees and more rocks and more junk. We'll just wait for that train to arrive. Where else do we need to go? We need to go to basically the end of all these builds. Not that blueprint, not that blueprint, that blueprint. Report. Why are there no red circuits down here? Fix small mistakes whilst we're at it. Done. Okay, so let's fix that problem. Is that acid train? No, still hasn't got here. Need to do the same with green circuits, actually. Why is it only half a lane's worth? Because I messed up the blueprint. Fixed. Okay. So it's all those little things. There's that train. Okay, I missed a stack inserter. I'm out of stack inserters. Awesome. Of all the things you never want to run out of. Just come up to about here. We need tank and pump. That was convenient. Power. Oh, that's even more convenient. So we're just going to empty this tank really quickly. I have no idea. If I go there, empty all 5 seconds. So that'll refill it with acid. Then it should come to the exact same spot and refill this tank. Because I'm not sure how much acid all this is going to take, but I'm imagining it's less than a tank's worth. After all the pipes are full, they're not. I do have a second pump. Let's fill the pipes. Because you'd be amazed about how much fluid sits in pipes. So how much do we have? We've got 5.9. If I put a pump here, best demonstration ever. Hey! No. It's slushing back and forth still, but yeah, our pipes are still not full. Yep. And like it's a blue circuit build. Per minute Okay, it does use 10,000 per minute. That's a bit more than I thought. That's actually a lot more than I thought. I might have to automate that train coming and sitting there. Okay. Okay, I make 1 stack inserter to make wherever that missing inserter is happy. Done. I'm going to have to do everything else with good old slow inserters. So, same story here. I need to set that up to go. Wait, I need to change those over. Unfortunately, we're making speed modules. At least we're not making low density structures. Why? Don't you have red circuits? Very first belt is around the wrong way. Awesome. I'm just going to let that run. We're going to ignore that mistake. Plastic's now running. You're not running. Why? Oh, you are running. Really, really slowly. You're also running really, really slowly. Okay. You're running really, really, really slowly. Okay, so that's that one done. We need to do this one now. Same. Except we're going to use a fast inserter this time. Copy, paste. Does that have no power? Oh, wrong belt. That belt. So I'll empty those belts. You. That'll empty those 3 belts. So that's those belts, those belts, those belts. They'll empty here. Yeah, we're out of red circuits already. Why are we out of red circuits? In express transport belt. Well, they need 1.5 belts. And that should be... Oh, because we're clearing it here. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, that's emptying, that's emptying, that's emptying. Thousands and thousands of bots moving things around. I want to cut off the input for all these because I actually don't want the trains to run anymore. I really want to bleed. Okay, I'll leave that one. I'm going to have to go clear that manually. I really want to bleed the system dry of basically all the iron and the copper in the whole system. On top of that, as you can see, I did an awesome job. Actually, we'll go wander off down there. I did an awesome job of plugging in the train stations. I just set up temporary stations, figuring it'll never run. It's fine. I just need to feed each one of them and configure. Make sure I've got my belts around the right way. But as you can see from even my temporary stations, the place is a bit of a mess. On top of it being a bit of a mess, because all these stations are so close to one another, it means all the inputs and the outputs, indirectly, whether it's a now situation or a later situation, are going to be super close to one another. So that's... Is it just I have no signals between A and B? I have no signals between A and B. Why can't you come in? Surely I have. Did I really not put a signal there? A chain signal. That's the wrong signal type. That improved things not at all. Back up. Go to iron full 3. Clear deadlock. Nope. Where are you going? Iron full 3. Manual. Slide you back. Iron full 4. You. Deconstruct that one. So it's just this one I need to empty. Which is just tell all the trains to go back for whence they came from. Yeah, these stations needed a bit of ore to keep them running, obviously. Okay, cross the tracks really gingerly. Hopefully that'll clear all the trains out. Long enough I can get up here with a decon planner. Nope, here comes the first one. Oh, you're just passing through? Okay, get rid of that one train track. Okay, hopefully that resets. No. Hopefully that resets all the trains. I don't end up with any stuck on the main line anymore. That's coal. Coal can run. Okay. Whew. Alright. So, problems with the train tracks. Up 1. Copper. So I have, like, every second station just about is copper. Until we get up here where we got 3 copper in a row. Same with iron. Like, every second station is an iron station. So, what I'm actually thinking is, it means I have to double my train throughput. I have 2 options. I can either double the length of my trains, which works, it is possible, or I could double the unload of my train. So I'd actually take off both sides of the train. So this, I have 1 iron station that does both these builds. It is fairly risky, because it means I need to pull trains in and out a lot faster than I currently am. This is iron from here to here. Items per second, per minute. So that's 17,000. A train holds 16,000. So I only need to get a train through in like 50 seconds. If I upgrade that, it means I need to get a train through the station in like 20 seconds, which is really, really difficult, let me tell you. But one thing I can do is, rather than routing the train tracks all over the place, I could route the belts all over the place. So I could do... Let's start this side. So I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So probably the other way. I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coppers, and then do the coal station, and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could do 5 irons, a copper, and then 8. 5 irons, 1 coal, 8 copper, which is probably what I'm going to do. This is why I'm bleeding the system dry, emptying everything out. As you can see, our magical train will fill up, empty, fill up, empty, fill up, empty, over and over and over until there's nothing left down here. It's going to take the train a while. There's just a slight amount of crap that needs to be put in storage. So it will take a little while for the train to get there. But this is the beauty of Factorio. You know, once you automate it, Logibots come pick stuff up. Logibots move stuff. Red circuits go in there. Blue circuits actually don't get recycled. Okay, that's an oversight I need to fix. And the excess stuff is just going to end up being turned into modules, which I need anyway. So, yeah. Okay. And before I... Nope, I screwed that plan up. Okay, we need to... Actually, I'm going to have a train meet me down there. I want to show how I configure the outposts. You. come to this outpost with a passenger present. Is that the outpost that's missing stuff? Nope. That outpost. Where's that train? That outpost. Passenger present. Okay. Plenty of shit and trash. The bots will get to it when I stand still long enough. We'll leave this one because this one's half built. So I want to inactivity. Damn, I can't use a temporary station. Not without manually switching it. And of course, there's no way for you to get out. Copy. Paste. Technically, this stack is still wrong. Automatic. Go. Of course, you can't get through because you can't path because I didn't build it. Go train. Be free! Alright, well, I'll work out the assets between episodes. So, this is how I've set up my outpost, which I'm probably going to have to fix, and we're going to do it live on camera so I can sort of explain how it works at the same time. Okay. You guys are set to that. Did I get them all? No. Yeah, hopefully I did. I did. Okay. So what happens is when a train pulls up at this station, iron full 3. 3. It is iron. No. At station search. Iron full 3. So it takes in a full train. And really, I don't have any wagons. Pretend this is a solid train, basically. So one of the things about mining drills is they go to sleep. They go to sleep when they're aimed at a belt and the belt backs up. Or if they're mining into a box and the box is full, the mining drill goes to sleep. Pushing onto a railway track, they don't go to sleep because they can technically output into this tile if there's something there for them to output into. And they have to keep checking over and over and over to see if a train is pulled in. So what you can do is you can hook them up to a circuit condition, which is exactly what I've done. I've got enable and disable, and they enable when a T is greater than 0. So this has a train signal that sends to the train and reads a stop train for an output signal of T. I don't think I need a send to train, but that's fine. And it means when I switch this guy to automatic, to inactivity of 120 seconds. Thank you. Back to my demonstration. So, as long as there's a train there, all these mining drills turn on because they're activated with a signal of greater than T. T being greater than 0. Right? So it means both these mining drills turn on, and because we're going with speed, we're mining straight into the cargo wagon. Now, technically, max rate calculator does not work for a miner. unfortunately. So I don't know exactly how fast I'm going, but I can definitely tell you it's not as fast as a lot of miners onto a blue belt with our current mining productivity. So we've only got... Where are we? Mining productivity. We've only got 100%. Wrong button. Over and over and over. But as our mining productivity goes up, don't forget each research is worth an extra 10 mining productivity now. They're really expensive now, but, you know, they will eventually get up. It means we're going to get extra resources out of these guys every single time we get that mining productivity up. Now, I really don't care about putting prod mods in here. It's just about those speed modules. I want it to go as fast as possible. We don't care about the resources in the ground. We can go find more patches. Actually, in saying that, this one? No. One of these patches. That patch, no. This patch. This mining drill's already mined out. This mining drill hasn't quite mined out yet. It's down at 22k. It's not going to be that many more trips around the block before this mining, both these back mining drills mine out. When they do, the train will never reach a full inventory situation. So the train's just going to sit in that state in there forever. Now, I have two choices at that point. I can either rip up the whole thing and just say that one's dead, move on. Or I can actually cut the train in half. And I can have it pull through and load up the first 4 wagons with one signal, one station, and then have the train roll forward another 4 wagons length and fill up the rear half of the train. It's not as fast. It obviously takes twice as long because the train's got to fill up twice, but it does still work. So that's an option I have up my sleeve. I would have liked to have made 16 long trains, but as you can see from my oil patches, basically 8 long is filling out, you know, the size of the patches I currently have. I am hoping... Where is... And I'm back. So, NVIDIA drivers are awesome. Just for the record. Had a hard PC crash. Like, hard. Like, the complete lockup. Yep. So, as I was trying to say, I was hoping to make longer trains, hoping to make 16 long trains. It's not going to be possible. This is a good portion from start zone. I'm obviously going to push further out, but do I have a... Oh, here's as far out as I can see. As you can see, I can just fit an 8 long miner there if I go back to home base. So this would be my absolute closest to home patch. I can fit a 5. I've got miners down there. 4, 5. It is stone, so it's not as big. This is probably the closest iron patch. And even here, like I could just fit like 1 8, maybe 2 rows of 8. So the patch sizes aren't increasing too much. Really not increasing much at all. The other thing I need to do, and this is why we're having why we've had a break, why between me recording and you watching the episode after this, there shall be a break, is the next thing I need to do is I need to reconfigure these stations, which are slowly being drained. They're drained. They're not drained. What are you feeding into? Ones that are emptying, really? Oh, because I'm only emptying 1/5 of them. Because I was going with green circuits and the other ones don't empty. Okay, I need to go fix that. Copy. Paste. Paste, and paste. Okay, I'm going to have to wander down there and go fix that, but that'll flash at me in the meantime. As you can see, I got small bot charging issues. It's fine. It'll get sorted. But the other thing I need to do is I need to fix the unload stations, redo all these, reline them up. Means technically I probably need to empty this one as well. I just jumped to my seat. No, stop train. Sheesh, we came down here for a reason. The reason is the natives. By the way, look, you can see with the speed up of Labs, I'm really actually moving through the research now. It's still fairly cheap compared to the research that we're aiming for, but you know, at least it's don't press D, JD. You're in a train, it moves. So I need to clear out the natives. I need to rearrange these train stations. Just move them, clear them. Yeah, actually, I'm short on low density structures, aren't I? Yeah, I want to start training up a lot of low density structures up to the main base to clear out these lines, because I really don't want to move all this iron and copper by myself. That sounds absolutely painful. I'm also going to have to probably drain those lines manually. I don't know. So yeah, I'm going to have to come down here and fix up some more active providers to get rid of crap. But yeah, I need to clear out a bit of room. So I brought down our friendly artillery train to come help clear out some of the natives. And then using our brand new artillery remote, actually, that's as high as I can target. So I want to zoom in here. So I'm looking at normal game view, scroll out as far as I think I need to go, and then down a whole heap. I got no reference as to where I'm looking at on the map, which is a little bit of an issue. I'd really like to use these sort of remotes from map view, but we went and changed that in version 16 something when they stopped you being able to blueprint from map view into non-visible areas. But if I do that, yeah, that'll cover all our range. So the smart remote, the new one we got, targets all biter structures within the selected area of artillery shots. It's also going to shoot into every single, or the center of every chunk, all the way out to our maximum range. Unfortunately, there's also I don't know if it's a mod limitation or what, but it also only targets shoots the first 5,000 targets. So maybe it won't explore the whole area, but maybe it's going to explore a certain amount of the area. And if I zoom into somewhere like here, you can see it hasn't targeted a lot of the worms because it ran out of possible artillery shell target locations. It prioritizes spawners first, and then worms second, but it is definitely going to explore and find more friends. Lots more friends. 10,000 artillery shells might not be enough for the amount of friends we have laying around. Yep, see, it just died. Okay. So, normal remote out to here. So a smart remote, I want to go that way and that way. I don't know how far I'm going. We'll go that far. That was not nearly far enough. No, zoom in a bit further. Down. Hopefully that far. Yeah, so it's right in here. Maybe that's what the better remote will do. It'll let me just select an area and just have the maximum target range. Actually, I'm missing this whole corner. Oh, because I just got a range upgrade. Awesome. Yep. I just got a range upgrade. So yeah, maybe the next artillery upgrade will be handy, so I can just like target a large area and say, hey, just scan the whole area so I can see the whole area. And then once we've done that, just do a couple of passes on the area. I'm going to draw a nice straight line from here to here. And then I'm looking for red dots down about there. That should be far enough. Actually, really, do I want to go? Yeah, I want to go further south. I don't know. Oh. Oh, that was the wrong type of artillery shot. And the only thing I can do is send it back to base till these clear. So we'll go back to base, we'll reload. Well, I'll go back to base, I'll reload, I'll bring the train back down. I will target all the natives in this area, and then see you guys in the next episode, where hopefully this is cleaned up. Maybe I've done the artillery, maybe I haven't. Oh look, the next episode, what we actually need to do is we need to build some silos. And I don't think I'm going to build 5 silos, which is what this is catered for. I think I'm going to build 25 silos. Because I need to have the satellite production. Wherever satellites are. I need to have the satellite production for 25 satellites per minute. So we need to build a whole bunch of rocket silos that have trains in sets of 5 that will come deliver our rocket parts to launch our rockets. Plus we need to have a dedicated satellite build that will do 25 satellites per minute, which sounds really easy, except it's really not going to be. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do apologize for the cut in the middle. Do apologize for getting a little bit sidetracked when I got back. But yeah, it is what it is. And hopefully now with the driver upgrade, hopefully this one's stable. Anyway, I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.